Now the last part of this topic, that is important features of 6th schedule. The provisions of the 6th schedule were made in order to grant restricted autonomy to the tribal areas in the state of Assam, Manipur, Meghalaya and Tripura. And these provisions were devised on the recommendation of Bardoloi Committee constituted by the Constituent Assembly. Now, the Bardoloi Committee was of the view that due to the system of administration which was followed in British India, these tribal areas, they have remained secluded and underdeveloped. So, there is a need of such type of a system of administration so as to develop these areas. So, the 6th schedule was drafted by the Bardoloi Committee. The 6th schedule provide the provisions relating to the tribal areas, provision relating to the autonomous district as well as the autonomic region. It also provides a provision relating to the district council as well as the regional councils. Now, coming to autonomous districts as well as the regional districts. I would like to tell you that there are 10 tribal areas which are mentioned in the table appended to paragraph 20 of 6th schedule. Earlier, there were less tribal areas, but after the creation of state of Nagaland, these areas have been increased and now in the constitution there are 10 tribal areas. The name of those tribal areas are, there are 10 tribal areas which are given in 4 parts. Part 1, the North Kachar Hills district, the Karbi Anglong district, the Bodoland Territorial Areas district. There are 3 tribal areas in part 2, that is the Khasi Hills district, the Janta Hills district, the Garo Hills district in Meghalaya. Part 2A. There is only one tribal area in this part, that is Tripura Tribal Areas district. Again, there are 3 tribal areas in part 3, that is the Chakma district, the Mara district, the Lai district. Each tribal area is designated as autonomous district, but in case in any area there are more than one tribes, then in that case that area is divided into different autonomous regions. The governor has the power by notification to increase the area, to decrease the area, to include any area, to exclude any area, to create an autonomous district, to alter the name of the autonomous district, and to define the boundaries. But this is to be done by the governor after considering the recommendations of the commission appointed under paragraph 14th of the 6th schedule. In the case of Edwinson Bara versus State of Assam, a notification issued by the governor whereby a new autonomous district of Javai district was created. This notification was challenged as ultra vires the constitution. It was held by the court that there was nothing extra need to be done and this notification is very much valid, as the only requirement need to be fulfilled by the governor is to consider the recommendation of the commission appointed under paragraph 14 of the constitution. If that requirement is duly fulfilled, then there is nothing extra to be done by the governor. Now next there is a provision in the 6th schedule regarding the district councils as well as the regional council. Now there is a provision of district council as well as the regional council. In each district there is a district council in order to exercise certain legislative as well as the judicial functions. Each district council has 30 members. 26 members, they are elected by way of adult suffrage, and rest of the 4 members are nominated by the governor. The members who are nominated by the governor, they hold office at the pleasure of the governor. The term of the members of the council who have been elected by adult suffrage, they are appointed for a term of 5 years. However, this term of 5 years can be extended by the governor in 2 cases. That is, in case the proclamation of emergency is in operation, and the second condition is that if the governor is satisfied that it is impracticable to hold the election, in that case also the term of the member can be extended. Now, there is a case law, that is Jatan Kumar versus State of Assam. It was held that in case the governor has exercised his power of extended the term of the member, in that case the governor need not act on the advice of Council of Ministers or the district council. Only the recommendation of the commission appointed under paragraph 14 of the schedule are enough. Powers of district council and regional council. Various powers have been given to the district council and the regional council under the provisions of the schedule. The district council has the power to make laws relating to the allotment of land, relating to the forest, excluding the reserved forest. The council has the power to make laws relating to marriage, relating to divorce, relating to land, etc. But these laws made by the council shall have no effect unless these are assented to by the governor. On the matters on which the district council has the power to make laws, on those matters no act of parliament or of the state legislature shall apply to these area, but these laws can be made applicable in these tribal areas with exceptions or modification if required by the district council. On the matters on which the district councils has no power to make the laws, in those cases the president in case of the central act and the governor in case of the state act has the power to apply or not to apply those acts in the tribal areas. The district council has the power to assess and collect the land revenue as well as to impose certain taxes. Certain judicial powers have also been given to these councils. These judicial powers are exercised in the tribal areas by the village courts, by the district councils and by the regional council. Even the governor has the power to refer certain suits or matters to be decided by these councils. The governor has the power to annul any resolution or the act passed by the council if, in the opinion of the governor, it endangers the safety of India. Dissolution of regional council as well as the district councils. The governor has the power to dissolve these councils in case the governor is satisfied that the administration of the tribal area is not carried on in accordance with the provisions of the 6th schedule. But before exercising this power, the governor has to consider the recommendations given by the commission appointed under paragraph 14 of the 6th schedule. In Dr. Ulpeng versus State of Assam, it was held that while exercising this power of dissolution, there is no need to act on the advice of the Council of Ministers. Then, in the sixth schedule, there is a provision for the appointment of the Commission also in order to report on the matters relating to the administration of these tribal areas. Then there is a provision relating to the amendment of the provision of sixth schedule, and the Parliament may by law either make any addition, variation or repeal any of the provisions of sixth schedule. This was all about the important features of sixth schedule.